In today's wrap-up, the highest ever spike in COVID-19 cases has been confirmed. The PM has stated that the government is considering reimposing restrictions. Cargo transportation flights will resume at Yerevan Zvartnots airport. And the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development has revised its growth forecast for all three Caucasian nations. According to the Health Ministry, 180 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in Armenia, raising the total number of cases to 3,718. This is the highest single-day surge in coronavirus cases ever observed in the country. 70 new recoveries were reported and one more death. 6 new cases were also reported in Nagorno-Karabakh. In some good news, Armenian health authorities have managed to conduct a record amount of tests, with 1,273 negative tests being conducted, well above the government's target of 1,000 tests a day. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has held a Facebook live stream and has discussed the situation regarding the epidemic. He drew attention to citizens not behaving responsibly, with many not observing social distance, wearing masks, or avoiding physical contact. Armenia recently lifted its lockdown restrictions, allowing citizens to venture out without ID and a paper with personal information. Most restrictions on interregional travel and businesses were also lifted. However, the PM stated that if this trend of higher daily new cases continues, then the government may impose a second lockdown, with even stricter restrictions. It is also reported that the government is considering making the wearing of masks outdoors compulsory. After the suspension of flights to Zvartnots International Airport in Yerevan due to the coronavirus pandemic, it was announced that new cargo flights will be launched. An agreement was struck between the Civil Aviation Committee and Coin Airways, with regular cargo flights launching between the Belgian city of Liège and the Armenian capital every Sunday. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development has revised its 2020 economic growth forecast for Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. The EBRD is forecasting a recession in all three countries but expects a rebound in 2021. This is of course part of the global coronavirus recession, with many countries forecasted to experience negative economic growth. According to the EBRD, Armenia's economy is expected to shrink by 3.5% in 2020, but will rebound in 2021 with a growth rate of 5.5%. The EBRD had previously predicted that the Armenian economy would grow by 5% this year, but the decrease in exports, volatility of commodity prices, and reduction in remittances and trade with Russia will almost certainly cause a recession. The Georgian economy is forecast to contract by 5.5% in 2020, but should rebound with a 5.5% positive growth rate in 2021. The EBRD pointed out that the impact on the tourism sector and travel are the major causes of recession in Georgia. And finally, Azerbaijan's economy is forecast to contract by 5% in 2020, but should experience a positive growth rate of 3.5% in 2021. The previous forecast pointed to a 2.4% positive growth rate in 2020 for Azerbaijan. The impact on the tourism sector and plummeting oil prices are seen as the primary causes for the recession in Azerbaijan. And finally, SivilNet has republished an article by the Bangkok Post about Michael Joseph Martin, the last member of the centuries-old Armenian community of the Bangladeshi capital of Dhaka. Martin spent decades as custodian of the Armenian Church of the Holy Resurrection, which was founded in 1781 in what was once the heart of the Armenian community in Dhaka. The Bangladeshi capital was once home to hundreds of Armenians who first arrived in the 16th century and became traders, lawyers, and public officials in the city. With the death of Martin, the last permanent Armenian resident of the Bengali city is no more.